Well, a 5-month-old baby in Miami is alive tonight thanks to his aunt, emergency responders, and the kindness of strangers. Sebastian de la Cruz is in the hospital in critical but stable condition after a scare that can only be described as nightmarish. Pamela Rossio was stuck in traffic with her nephew, Sebastian, strapped into his car seat in the back when the baby stopped breathing. The pictures captured by a Miami Herald photographer who happened to also be stuck in traffic tell the story. A frantic Pamela screamed for help, then repeatedly did CPR on her baby nephew as police officers and strangers came to her aid. The very heroic Pamela joins me. Pamela, explain when you realized something was going wrong with your nephew.
Well, I was driving and he was sitting down directly behind me, so I couldn't see him. And then he stopped crying. And that concerns me because usually when I'm in traffic, if the car's not moving, he'll start getting fuzzy. And once the car starts moving, he'll calm down. So I didn't understand why he was calm when we were at a standstill. And I pulled over to the left. I put the car in park and I jumped back to check up on him. He was pale and unresponsive. So I quickly got him out of his car seat. I went back up to the front with him all the time, like calling him to see if he would respond. And at the same time, I was trying to use the OnStar system in the car to dial 911, but I was just too nervous.
Was he turning blue?
He was blue. He was blue, and then he was purple.
Oh my gosh. And you began asking for help, calling out.
I got out of the car immediately and I started screaming, asking for help, and kind of like signaling that it was for the baby, like, look, I have this infant in my hand, somebody help. And two people came and I asked them if they knew CPR. They said no. I asked them to call 911. They did. And the lady, she was amazing. She helped keep me calm. She kept telling me that he would be okay. But since they didn't know CPR, I dropped down to my knees and I started doing what I thought was right.
Had you ever taken a class or anything?
I had.
Wow. So did you remember everything or just a few things that you just started to do?
Listen, I was a hot mess. If my life depended on it, I cannot tell you what I did, but I promise you I did not do what I was supposed to do. I don't know how it worked.
These pictures, the photographer happened to be there as well. Once he saw that help was there, he started taking pictures. These photos are just extraordinary. Was the baby conscious? When he was turning blue, were his eyes open at all?
No, he was completely, his eyes were closed. He was completely unresponsive. The baby eventually regained consciousness again as I was performing CPR on him. And then once he regained consciousness, fire rescue was there. They then took the baby from me, and they were wonderful.
Do you know how long this went on for? I know in these situations it's hard to tell time often, but do you have a sense how long you were doing this for?
Well, if you ask my imagination, I'll tell you it was like 10 years.
Right.
That's how long it seemed. I'm guessing it was maybe 6-7 minutes, the whole ordeal from the moment that I got out of my car.
And how's Sebastian doing now?
He's stable, thank God. He's still in the hospital. The doctors are still running a series of tests to determine exactly what it is that's causing him to have difficulty breathing.